Hey, so what's up guys? Joseph Fountain here. Thanks for coming back to the channel. So today I want to give you 11 different apps or companies that you can use that can help you become a better investor, or companies that you just might want to watch because I think they're pretty good for those that are investing. So if you're new to this channel, Joseph Fountain here. I pretty much talk about money. I love to talk about investing. I like to talk about it in a way people can understand, as well as I like to also dive into some different business thoughts here and there. So if you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos, as well as hitting that like button. I thoroughly appreciate it. So with this list, I've pretty much came up with just like 11 things that I use, things that I watch, things that I think are pretty good for the person that's really, especially if they're just beginning to invest. I typically talk about these things a lot with beginner investors, as well as those that are still learning, etc. Now, most of these companies you've probably already heard of, maybe just individually, but in this video, I just want to give a very brief synopsis of why I think there's something that you should take a look at, or if you're starting to invest, you might want to start to use. Now, these are not in any particular order of what I think is the greatest. At least there's just a list of different things that for someone like you that is starting to invest, or you're a beginner investor, that this could be very helpful. Number one is M1 Finance. Now, I did a review on M1 Finance, and I did a review on half of the ones that I'm going to mention, but M1 Finance is great. M1 Finance is a pretty cool platform. They operate off this type of pie system with shares, etc., where you can actually invest into different things fractionally. You can create your own portfolio, and you can invest however you please, invest how much you want. However, in the beginning, you do need to open up your account with at least $100. You can also refer others to the platform for like $10, or if they're deciding to do any other promos, you know, they'll give you $10 and they'll give the other person you refer $10. So you can also make money in the same instance that can go towards your investment. But M1 Finance is a pretty simple platform to use. I do use it. I really like it. I love the features and the things that you can do with it, and creating your own portfolios. You know, nothing's wrong with some of the portfolios or the ETFs that are created, but you get a chance to take all those different things and you can mix how you want to do it. As well as buying individual stocks, you can get the chance to invest however much you can, or however much is it within your budget. Within that, which, you know, that's buying shares fractions. They are a relatively great platform. They do not have any custodial accounts right now. They are working on it, and they have some other things that you can also set up, like your IRAs and things like that. The next one is Stockpile. Stockpile, which is also like M1 Finance as far as you can invest fractionally. Now, they do have a fee. M1 Finance doesn't have any investment fees, meaning like if you were to trade, you could buy shares without having to pay any transactions. Well, any transaction fees. Well, with Stockpile, you know, you have a 99-cent fee that you have to pay when you're actually investing, which is still relatively low and much lower than the more traditional brokerage accounts that you have seen out there, like your Merrill Edge, your Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, etc., etc. So Stockpile actually has a really cool setup where if someone's trying to learn, especially for kids, like I love their kid side, their custodial side with the kids, because they do everything in a way that is simple for you to understand. For example, they would have a picture of like a Hershey's bar up, or they'll have like a picture of Mickey Mouse up. Like, do you want to invest in Mickey Mouse, which is Disney? You click on it and it shows you that it's Disney stock, who owns these different things. So it's also a way to learn, but it's also a way that can really be good to help your kids get involved, because then they also can have their own separate login, and they can come in, they can look at their investments, they can even look up different things, and if they want to buy something, they could say they want to buy it, and it could actually be sent to you to approve it if you wanted to let them buy it. Also, another great feature is they also allow you to you know, like raise money for stocks. So say if it's your birthday and you want to celebrate your birthday, you could actually send an email to whoever or a message to whoever, say, hey guys, for my birthday, I'm looking to invest in this. You know, you can donate $5 to this particular stock, which I think is really great, especially for, you know, younger people, the youth and kids. It's a really great platform for that. Not to mention they have gift cards and some stores and different places, and gift cards you can also order, which can also be a good gift. The next one is WeBull. WeBull is also one that I did a review on. WeBull is a fairly new when it concerns to the investing, but they are great with the information that they have on their platform. You can research almost anything on their platform, and they have it not just in the US market, across other markets as well. And they recently just opened up a brokerage side where you can now use them to invest. Now, one of the great things about WeBull is they do these different things, but they're always doing giveaways. They're always doing different incentives. Like right now, they're doing something where, you know, they're giving like prizes out to people where, you know, they can take like $100,000, not real money, but just play money, and invest it and see who does the best with their investments after a certain period of time, and then they fall into a pool of prize money that they can win, which is great because it gives a person time to actually practice. Whether they have opened up the brokerage side or if they're investing in anything, they can actually use that to practice. Now, one of the other great features that they have that I have been using quite much is their IPO feature, where you can go in and you can look at all the IPOs coming up, and you can actually see that they have a social side to their platform where people can comment and they can make comments about how they feel about stuff. You know, people can thumb up different things and see how you can get a chance to just see what other people are thinking and their comments towards different stocks, as well as IPOs and things of that nature. So the next one is Robinhood. Robinhood, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Robinhood. Now, Robinhood has always made a lot of noise. I remember when I first heard of them, and they were giving out, you know, they allow you to do free trades. I think they might be the first one that actually were allowing people to do free trades, and a lot of people were skeptical about it. But Robinhood has grown to be a tremendous company. They have a really good structure about how they do things. You know, they were in the news recently because they announced they're going to have a 3%, interest that you could get from opening up like a checking or savings with them. And a lot of people didn't like that, et cetera, et cetera. I did a video about that too. But Robinhood is a great platform. A lot of these platforms are limited. They don't allow you to invest in every single thing, especially like with over-the-counter stocks. You don't have access to invest into a lot of the over-counter stuff through these platforms, but they may have some that you can invest through. But it's a great platform. They offer you free transactions. They don't just do stocks. They also have where you can get, if you're into cryptocurrencies or anything like that. And they also have different facets as well, just like all the other ones. Now, Robinhood, you can also do trading, which, yes, it's free trading unless you want to upgrade to like a different platform within Robinhood, which is like the gold Robinhood option feature or whatnot, where there is a fee associated with that. However, being able to do trades or being able to just invest without having any fees attached is pretty great. However, Robinhood doesn't allow fractional shares, but it's still a very great platform for you to use. You can refer with them also, and you can also gain some stock from people deciding to open up an account just like you did. The next one is Acorn. Acorn is another great one. Now with Acorn, you cannot invest into individual stocks. You can't just go and buy individual stocks, but you can set up a portfolio, which they have different ETFs, if you will, that are set like for aggressive or moderate, or somewhat moderate, depending on how you want to invest. Now you can click on those and they will give you information to show you what they're investing in, how much they're invested in the bonds, how much they're investing into stocks, into real estate, etc. And you can see that. Now they have so many different great features, like for example, one where you can actually go through their app and you can shop at different places. Now when you do that through their app, you will see that those different places will give you a certain percentage back off of your purchase, which actually goes into your investment account. So you can shop, and while you're shopping, you actually get a percentage that goes to your investments. It's kind of like a cash back program, except it's just catered towards investing. Another great feature that they have that I really like, because sometimes people have a hard time being able to save and set aside money, is their roundup feature, which is basically when you go to swipe a card, if you pay for something and it's $1.50, then they're going to round it up, and 50 cents can go to your investment account, and that'll be invested for you. And that's a feature that you have to turn on within the app. You can set different parameters, etc. But it's something that can help you build your wealth, help you build, some type of investment portfolio, etc. Where all you're doing is just going around and shopping. You're not really thinking about it. And as you're doing that, it's actually saving and investing money for you. Now, the next two are kind of the same: Betterment and Wealthfront. They both will be what you consider like robo-advisors, which means like they're a financial advisor, but it's just not, an actual human. It is the actual app itself with different algorithms and different parameters that you can use that helps you to kind of sculpt out, your financial future. So if you're looking to retire, or if you're looking to, save for a home, or you're looking to prepare for home ownership, or you're looking to plan for, college, for your kids or whatnot, it can help you set up those plans, and it can tell you, and it can help you with, okay, so this is how much you're going to need to invest each week, each month, each year, etc. And it can set that plan up from you, and it runs pretty good. Now, they both have similar fees. They're very low fees, so they're not high fees. Everything I'm talking about doesn't have any high fees at all, very low fees. So these things that are happening like through the apps and things, they've been a real big competition for some of these older companies that have been like just raking in billions and trillions of dollars from people for years. So if Betterment and Wealthfront, it basically will do a lot of the work for you. And it's just going through, there's a learning aspect where you can learn more, but just being able to format your finances and how you want things to go just based off of like your personal life, which is definitely the thing that most people should consider. A lot of times people are considering financial plans based off of, one model that just might not fit them. And with this, you can kind of format your own model to your life, to what you're able to do, and etc. And it will be able to help you arrive to your goal, or make adjustments to arrive to your goal. So Betterment and Wealthfront, two great robo-advisors to check out. Definitely these things are great. So check them out, take a look, and do your own research so that way that you can make the best decisions that fit you. Now, the next ones are not, investment apps where you can actually invest in or etc. But these are basically apps that also help you do research and to study. So the next one is Yahoo. I love using Yahoo to do some research with stocks and different things and information I might be looking up. Just kind of like I mentioned with WeBull, I use Yahoo a lot as well, Yahoo Finance, to just be able to research, check out different things, and see what's going on. Because typically most people just pay attention to what's popular and what's in the news, when there are so many other different things out there to invest in, especially stocks. There's so many different other stocks out there that you may not have heard of, or you may not be familiar with. But having a good place that has good information where you can actually take time and research and get that information, and it's detailed information enough, and it connects you to the sources that you need, is definitely great. So Yahoo Finance is one that I use just to help do research when I'm looking into different stocks, into different sectors, especially to see, what I'm interested in. It allows you to make watch lists and things like that, where you can continue to watch a different sector or whatnot. The next one is a company called NewChip. Now, I did a review of NewChip as well. NewChip is a company that allows you to invest into small businesses, private companies, and things of that nature. There are a lot of different platforms people don't even know about, they're not familiar with when it concerns investing into small businesses and to private companies. A lot of times, the only thing we know about when it comes to investing in businesses is when they're public, because for years you never had access to invest into privately held companies. Well, NewChip takes it from all the different platforms. There are tons of different platforms that they highlight, and they feature different companies that you can actually invest in that are private companies. NewChip brings them all to one place. So you can go in there, you can actually see what's coming out, see what's up next. You can see how much they've been raised so far. And it takes you to the information when you click on the links, et cetera, et cetera. And you can, in some companies may allow investments of $100, $50, or $200. And so it's really good. So you can get a chance to, if you're looking into like trying to diversify your portfolio, if you're looking into you want to be someone that invests in the small businesses, this is a good app to start with. Now, of course, with small business, and private companies and things like that, you definitely want to, understand there's a significant amount of risk, because you can invest money and literally nothing can happen, or you can invest money and something great happens. But this gives you an opportunity to invest into privately held companies, privately held small businesses, etc. Some companies that are even, a good size too are on there. But it's definitely something new to the arena, something that's fresh. And whereas before there was a wall up, this kind of helps to take this wall down, along with all the companies that they get the investments and sources from, that allow you to be able to actually invest into these companies privately. The next one is Crunchbase. Crunchbase, I absolutely love Crunchbase, and I use Crunchbase it's another research tool, but they send out emails almost daily. And when they send out the emails, they're always talking about what's happening, what's coming up next, things that you're not really getting from mainstream media. And so basically you can actually see a lot of things that just are new and upcoming. They don't just talk about what's public, the things that public. They talk about a lot of things that are private. Like they talk about and they give you information on companies and things that are privately held, but they do like funding, and they do things like that. You can actually see the people that are investing in them, or the companies that are investing within some of these privately held companies. You can actually see, how much money they have been raising, to continue business and etc. In fact, like a video that I did talking about Lyft IPO, the first place I saw where Lyft had actually filed was through Crunchbase. They had the information fast. They had it fast, and they sent it in the email. And so I was able to see that Lyft had already started to move into the IPO arena before it became like, public knowledge on, the media world and everything like that. So they have some really good intel. They keep up on top of things, and they're very prompt with information and up-to-date information. So I love Crunchbase for that reason. Just being able to see everything that's going on, because like I said, there's so much more to invest in, and there's so many different other things going on than what you see, because people typically only talk about the things that are most popular. But then there's so many different other things out there going on that, hey, there's some good investments there that you might be able to catch, some good knowledge, some things that you might even be able to use if you're someone that's starting a business. You can use this stuff if you're looking to create like something like in the tech world or products, whatever. You can actually use some of this stuff to get closer to, investors and things like that. So it's definitely a great platform to check out. Last but not least, another one that I use is called Cheddar. Now, Cheddar.com, you guys probably are familiar with them now, but Cheddar is something I was attached to, and I used to watch their news and information. Well, I still watch their news and information, but way back when they only had like, a couple thousand subscribers or whatever, and nobody really knew them. And it's kind of an independent source of information, but I have found out so much about so many new companies. Even some of the investment companies that I mentioned in this video, I found out about them first on Cheddar, because they interviewed the CEO, the representative, whoever it was, and it's been absolutely amazing to get information at the time that I've been able to get information from watching them. It's also helped lead to some pretty good opportunities where I've been able to connect with some up and coming like brokerage accounts, firms, financial institutions. So check out Cheddar. They're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook. I typically watch them through Facebook. They do a live show. They also have another side where they're always like highlighting new and tech things that are coming out on their other channel. And so yeah, check out Cheddar on Facebook, check out on cheddar.com. I know you can get them on different places, but yeah, check them out. So I hope this has been helpful. Just remember that with everything I did, I gave a very brief rundown for the sake of time in this video. If I gave a detailed information about all of it, it could be very much a long video, at least an hour long, but check everything out yourself, do your own research. So there are so many different other apps and so many different other companies they're starting to build and they're starting to come out, which is making it very exciting for the investment world, in my opinion, because now people who were so disjointed and so disconnected from investing, now they have easier barriers to entry. They have easier ways to access information and get connected to places that once before only a certain level, you had to be at a certain level to have access to, or you only had to know a certain amount to get that information, or who you knew, and etc. Now with the things that are starting to evolve, now we are getting closer and closer and closer to the information that's needed for people to be able to just do what they want to do, you know, in investing, or just being able to learn and to grow in that arena. So guys, I hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Peace.